After a few months, I am finally going to do a video on the PlayStation 5. As you know, one of my early videos on the channel I did was why did I get a PS4? And that time, that's when I had to own it. And since 2 years have passed, I got another PlayStation console. So, it's time for this video. Why did I get a PS5? So why did I get it? Well, I'll tell you about it. After getting a PS4 in early 2021 from Amazon, everything was going great, especially picking up games. But then last year, my brother decided to borrow mine since he broke. Why did his PS4 broke? Probably the top part being overheated. I'm not sure what it was. So during the later half of last year, I was left out of using the PS4. So, was it my chance to get a PS5 instead? The answer was yes, I had to. By January this year, I was ready to get the system. Unfortunately, places like Target and Walmart were out of stock due to Sony having shortages on the systems. But then, my wish was granted when I went to GameStop far away and they had the PlayStation 5, which I used a lot of money for that and I got it. And this is the bundle that came with the game. Not the best choice, but it's okay. And my system right now is a horizontal rather than vertical because I couldn't fit anywhere in the armoire. But I'm going to keep it as is since I can use physical disc. After I got the system, Sony announced the shortages for PS5 has ended. Which, it's nothing new for systems to have shortages and hard to find in stores. Now I know in the PS4 video I said maybe I will get a PS5 during the life cycle, but yeah, that part I mentioned is outdated, but I knew I wanted to get it and that's what I did. Now let's get to the system. It's pretty big and tall, not gonna lie. I can understand the cover plates, but I would like to see the system shrink it down a bit. I do like the color, since I guess Sony decided to not use the same colors of the past systems, except PS1, but I like they changed the inputs like the controller and USB ports. Speaking of the controller, this has to be my favorite controller out of any of the PlayStation systems. I know it's weird to say that because the other PlayStation controllers were great, but this has got to be my favorite. The colors are great, similar to the system. It's more bulky than the past controllers, and it feels comfortable. Some of the aspects from the PS4 controller are there, like the touch bar button and the two little buttons between them. The analog sticks do feel great on the thumbs, and even the D-pad and the four main buttons. I even like the rumble on the controller. So yeah, the DualSense controller is more improved than the DualShock controllers. Let's get to the other stuff on the system. I like the UI more than the PS4. You can still use streaming service, but the best part from the PS5 is you can actually play physical PS4 games, which I'm so happy that Sony did that. I guess you can say that's one of the reasons why I got the system, but that's not it. You see, when I heard PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4 games, physical and digital, I was ready to play the previous generation games, and I did. Some of the digital games from my PS4 were moved to PS5, well, because of PlayStation Store, of course. But yeah, it was great that I switched from PS4 to PS5. And while it didn't take that long getting it since it came out 2 years ago, but it was the only way to get one. And I'm still proud to be a PlayStation fan. As far as games, it'll be a while to do reviews on them, like Horizon Forbidden West. And I can't wait for new games like a sequel to Spider-Man and Marvel's Wolverine. But yeah, if you don't have a PS5, there's still a chance by this year and beyond before PlayStation 6. That is all for the PS5 video. It was a good one to do that one. Next video is coming up in June. I will see you all in the next one.